You're looking at the telescope of the lovely Chabot Space and Science Center in Oakland, and we're on location today. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Barbara Rogers. Joining me is Zachary Carey. He is the pastor of True Vine Church and the executive director of Soldiers Against Violence Everywhere. That's a formidable title there, Soldiers Against Violence Everywhere. How long has this organization been around and how did it come into being?
Started November of 2010. One of the members in the church got gunned down on another church location, Allen Temple in East Oakland. And on one Wednesday night, we decided, all of the members who were in church, that we wanted to do something to make change in our community. So we started doing these local stand-ins every time there's a homicide in our city. So that's how we got started.
And this is really something different than what we normally see. We've seen a lot of protests against violence that was allegedly perpetrated by police. And often when that's done, people say, well, why aren't you protesting all the murders, not just the ones that have happened allegedly at the hands of police? Because there are a number of violent incidents that are happening in our communities. What is it you think you'll be able to do with this organization?
I believe SAVE, this organization, what we're trying to do is give them a visual concept, almost like the sit-ins in the 60s, where people would go into the lunch counters and sit in and to protest the segregation. We just want to come into our own neighborhoods and show the people in the community that enough is enough and the violence must stop. It's a visual aid. Won't change everything, but it'll make people think twice about what they're doing.
Now, since there are so many things that are underlying the violence, what kinds of issues have you uncovered that are leading to the violence, and how will you be addressing some of that?
One of the main issues is the proliferation of guns in our community. We have to do a better job. We have to make sure that the ATF, the state and federal government, are doing their jobs to stop this proliferation. We haven't had a gun store in Oakland in like the last 15 or 20 years, but there are guns available everywhere. And I was talking to the police chief about this, and he said we have to get more help because one local municipality will never be able to stop this by themselves. It's a state issue. We pay taxes. We need to be protected.
So now this celebration of life that you have is coming up Saturday, September 17th. What will happen that day?
On that day, we will march from Cesar Chavez on 29th and International all the way down to Frank Ogawa Plaza at City Hall. When we gather at City Hall, we will have spoken word, guest speakers, musicians coming from everywhere to perform that day, just to bring awareness, to let Oaklanders know that if 5% of the people are participating in this kind of behavior, where are the other 95%? We need to stand up from the hills to the flatlands, stop the silence to stop the violence.
Have you been getting any response from those 95% who are not involved in the violence? And do you think they'll be supporting you in this?
It's amazing because when we are out in the communities now that they've been seeing us more frequently, they have been coming out of their homes joining us. One lady came last weekend, we were on International Boulevard. She said they've had 5 shootings in front of their house and nobody has been there to help them. And they were so overwhelmed that we were out on the block trying to bring awareness and attention to this formidable problem that we are having in our community.
Are you going to be getting politicians involved and the people who have some power legislatively?
Oh yeah, Barbara Lee will be there, Keith Carson from the Alameda County Board of Supervisors, the City Council will be there, and the mayor's son is getting married that day, so she'll send a letter or something, but she's been supporting us. It's a collaborative of local nonprofits, churches, and the local politicians.
So again, that's on Saturday, September 17th. What time does it start?
Starts at 11 at Cesar Chavez, that's 29th and International, and we will march down to City Hall, letting our voice be heard.
All right, well, good luck, because something really does need to be done about the violence.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us for another edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I hope you'll be with us again next time. Bye-bye.